Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to the LEGO Batman DS, and it's time for the second episode, the Rooftops. It'd be awesome to see this video get 500 likes, because it shows that you really like this series and you like us. So, yeah, the Batboat speeds into the night, because this is the Penguin stuff, so...
Yeah, actually, it doesn't show that they like us, it just shows that they like this game. Oh.
Batman and Robin race to the rooftops where Catwoman has some type of diamond.
Luke, just so you know, I'm only with you to play games with you.
So this is the rooftop level, which is based on the console version, which is actually, we love the rooftop level. That was a lot of fun from the Gotham Docks thing.
I like their faces, cute.
Serious face. It's time to get serious, so.
This diamond is perfectly cut.
Okay, so the rooftops are a little bit different than what you're used to. The DS version changes it up just a little bit, but it does make use of all of Batman and Robin's abilities that we've seen in the previous chapter.
Cool.
So, magnetic suit, the gliding suit, detonator suit,
Nice.
and some other stuff.
Awesome.
I think even Robin's hazard suit. So.
Excellent.
Alrighty. I had a cat visit, so.
Yeah, she's so cute. They're all fluffy and happy now.
I don't know about happy, they're definitely fluffy.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so that's Steam over there. I believe I can't get past it. I'm pretty sure that's like a Arctic super cold Steam. So that would be like a free play area. If Robin tries to go over there, he will die. I think. But what's interesting about this game... Okay, I was trying to block. It didn't really work. Okay, that's not cool. That's not Batman's false start.
Yep.
So... what's really cool about LEGO Batman DS is, you know how Robin has his acrobatic ability? And you would need a suit and stuff like that? In the console version, you have to switch back to Robin's basic costume to use his acrobatics. In this game, as long as he stands on one of those gymnastic, like, switches,
Yeah.
or portals, or whatever the heck you want to call that thing,
So
he can use his athletic ability.
He doesn't have to switch suits then
No.
at all.
Even with the magnetic suit, he can use it. So let's just
Wow.
try to... Nope.
Oh no, no hot steam. Why is it every time I see hot steam, it reminds me of this time when I was at this,
That's not hot steam.
Oh, it's not?
That's a Arctic blast thing.
Oh, that's cold.
So you need Batman's, like, a chemical...
Well, it can still burn you, the cold.
thing.
Well,
See? Robin can use it even though he's weighted down.
I was gonna tell a steam story, but now I can't. I'll just wait for some other time.
You have to let
well.
off steam another time.
Yeah. Alright, fine. Well, never mind. I'll tell it anyway. I was at this, what is the thing where you go to, like, Holiday Inn, like, thing, and they have a food, and then you can have
Buffet?
all the... Buffet, yes. I can't remember the word buffet. Oh my gosh. So, I remember I went to this buffet at a hotel with my grandparents one time, and... I don't know. It just reminds me my grandma was like, oh, you know, just be really careful of that one pot because there's really, really hot steam coming out of it. And I was a little kid, and I just remember, like, I was like, no way it could burn me because it's invisible. Like, you can't even see it. But then I put my hand over it, and yeah, it totally burnt me. That's my story. It really wasn't that
Okay.
insane. I just remember it. I think I always feel like it on my hand whenever I see on Steam. It's like, why did I not listen?
Because kids don't listen.
I know. It's like she told me not to do it. All right.
Okay,
let's move
so
on.
why is this not working? I thought I just pushed that up there.
Listen to your parents and
See,
grandparents.
there's
kids.
a door right there, so
I know,
I would
right?
push that right into that.
You should be able to push it forward now.
It won't let me, though.
That's pretty stupid.
Well, the only thing I could think of, maybe... Yeah, because there's no tile over there leading to that, so then where does this need to be pushed? All the way over?
I guess.
I guess it needs to be all the way... Okay.
Why would it
all
go
the way
in
over.
there?
There was a hole there. It was just hard to
Oh.
see.
It's kind of hard to see. It's hard when you're a Lego. Everything is square.
No, there was a black hole, but I couldn't tell what it was. So
Yeah.
now I know that You just
No,
have to
that's-
push it into that. So, I mean, the puzzles are very straightforward. Once you learn one, throughout the entire game, they're just going to repeat
Now you
in
know.
some variation.
And knowing is half the battle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could actually hardly tell this game from the last one, actually, so...
What last one? I mean,
Never mind.
Lego Batman 2 looked better than this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, it did.
The only difference between Lego Batman DS and Lego Batman 2 3DS is the fact that the characters are actually smaller and more detailed
Oh, okay.
in Lego Batman
Yeah.
2. Lego Batman 1 on the DS, the characters are much bigger, and the camera is centered more on the characters.
Yep.
Whereas in Lego Batman 2, even on the console, I would say that the characters aren't quite as big as
Okay.
they were in the original Lego Batman.
Yeah, I've just been playing so many Batman games recently, I kind of forgot what game we were on. It's like, oh no, we're still on Lego Batman DS. Yeah.
If this was a 3DS game, that window would be totally full. There'd be no black bars.
Oh, okay, alrighty. Yep, you're right. You're right. Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
So that's how that works.
Yeah. Alright. I'm joining everyone else in reality again. Thank you.
So I believe that is a super strength thing for Bane or Killercroc.
Oh.
So that is also free play.
It's so cute when the characters are super strong but tiny. I love that. It's adorable. Why is Bane so cute in this? I don't know.
He is just
He's not as intimidating. Neither is Killercroc intimidating.
they are in later games. They make them
Yeah,
big
they
things,
make them
but-
bigger. I kind of like when they're small because then when you're a little kid, you're not scared of the bad guys anymore. You're just like, I got this. Robin's the same size.
Well, it wasn't until Lego Marvel that they decided, because they were thinking about it, and they were like, there's no way that Hulk and some of these big characters would be this tiny.
Yeah,
So,
Tiny Hulk. Yeah, I
The
know.
reason why Lego Marvel took a while is because they had to find ways to make the characters look
Yeah, I always wonder that about Lego because Lego is supposed to be. I mean, it's such an easy thing like to build because all the characters are basically the same. But then, like the more like they keep making things more and more detailed. Like it just feels like they have all these different unique types of characters now, and
I remember
I don't know.
with the big figs, like Traveler's Tales was so nervous about, even though Warner Brothers got the license to work on like a Marvel property,
Yeah.
like Marvel fans are so picky
Yeah.
that they had to be as authentic as possible with, you know, these renowned characters like the Hulk, who's bigger
Oh,
than everybody
I know.
else and stuff like that. So they had to find ways of making these big figures, and then when Lego Batman 3 came out, they just used that same technology to copy it and transfer it over so that characters like Bane and Killercroc and all
Yeah.
these other... But DC fans didn't really care. In fact,
Yeah.
when it came out, nobody really ever said anything during Lego Batman 1 and 2 that Killercroc and Bane were not
Yeah.
massive. The
I think-
fans didn't
I
mind
think
it.
you're right because I think Marvel is very much about like very showy and like, oh look at me, I'm Tony Stark and I have 7 jets and a house. Whereas Batman is just like I care about people and orphans and I'm trying to help.
No, I was talking about the fan base. Like,
Oh,
how,
I know, but I'm saying like even the kind of people that they are, like I think that's the kind of fan base you get, like people who like flashy people like Marvel and people who are more interested in like basic stuff like
So,
DC.
unfortunately, with Lego Dimensions, though, being the way it is, I mean, the Toys to Life thing is kind of dying down. There's going to be no new Skylander game in 2017. Skylanders
my
is
heart.
it's going to appear on the
My
Nintendo
heart.
Switch, and new characters are going to be coming out in 2017 in playsets.
Why?
But
Activision, why?
there's no new Skylander game, and likewise, Lego Dimensions. I don't believe they've announced anything for 2018 yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this year could be the
I
last
know.
of Lego Dimensions, which I love the Toys to Life stuff to
Yeah.
an extent, but there's really no reason a lot of these characters shouldn't be included as DLC like they were for Lego Batman 2 and 3. And even Lego Marvel, where you could just go and buy the new characters.
Yeah,
You know.
totally.
Those games actually do a lot better than Lego Dimensions. And Lego Dimensions is a great idea, but I think that if Traveler's Tales and Warner Brothers wants to make a lot of money, then you need to beat Ed Boon and company to his dream game, which is Marvel versus DC. So if Lego wants to make a lot of money and a lot of comic fans happy, the next Lego game coming out has to be Marvel versus DC, or rather, the pedigree would be DC versus Marvel, because Warner Brothers owns DC, Warner Brothers owns Traveler's Tales, and they're the one.
I would do DC versus Marvel. It makes sense for their name to go first, because.
But that's what Ed Boon is trying to do. He already said like years ago that his dream project, because Mortal Kombat didn't do that well. The last one that came out. That's why they're doing Injustice 2. If Injustice 2 does really well, the game that he really wants to pitch to DC is a Marvel and DC fighting game. Based on the Injustice like style, but DC and Marvel characters.
Oh, that would be cool, because then you could... Then you and your, like, anyone who is a Marvel fan and DC fans can fight each other with their favorite characters.
But what I would do to rush, like, you know, some stuff, I would have the Lego game come out first and make a lot of money on that.
And like, then, to hype it up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would be great. You could just do exactly how they did with the Heroes and Villains. Lego Batman Heroes and Villains, where you did like a story arc, and then
one side is a DC, one side is a Marvel.
It would be cool if you had like Tony Stark and Batman team up and like together on something.
Actually,
you'd want to do verses.
In the comic books, when there were DC crossovers, the characters that actually ended up working well together was Captain America and Batman.
Oh,
in fact, they were actually chosen to fight one another, because the first time that they had like a Marvel versus DC thing, like a colliding of worlds in the 90s, they had to fight in this war where these different like alien like deities were pitting them against each other. And Superman had to fight Thor, Spider-Man had to fight Superboy, and the Spider-Man that was actually fighting Superboy was not Peter Parker, it was Ben Reilly.
Ben
So
Reilly.
Superman and Thor fought each other, and then something happened like during the battle that all these heroes were like merged together, and they created their own superheroes. The Amblican, I believe, is what it was called, or something like that, where where Thor and Superman were fused together. It was Superman and Captain America were like fused together. Batman and Wolverine were fused together, and you got Darkclaw. I don't remember a lot of the other fusions. There were a lot. I'm pretty sure Superboy and Spider-Man were fused together. But mostly the reason why the universe was saved was thanks to Batman and Captain America. And then the next time that they merged, or they like had another comic series together, they were doing something else. But what people don't understand, the very first ever Marvel DC crossover was in the 1980s with the Teen Titans and the Uncanny X-Men, because they were the most popular comic books.
Oh, that would be cool.
Actually, it was technically the new Teen Titans, because it was Nightwing, Starfire, Beast Boy.
X-Men are not as popular anymore as they were back then.
Well, that's because Fox ruined the X-Men. So Marvel is like, okay, if you're going to mess with our movies, we're going to ruin the X-Men property in the comics. And they've done pretty much everything they can to ruin the X-Men.
Oh my gosh.
Until Marvel gets the rights back, so they can have X-Men in their cinematic universe, or whatever they want to do with the X-Men characters. Because Fox...
Oh wow, so they still have the X-Men in their comics, but they don't own the rights to the movie X-Men.
They don't own the rights to the movie, to the merchandising. Fox bought everything.
Wow, that's crazy.
Fox owns Fox owns Daredevil.
If I own the X-Men, I wouldn't sell it, because it's making money.
Right, they own X-Men, Daredevil rights, Fantastic Four, Deadpool, and I think that's it.
Oh, so Deadpool's not really technically a Marvel. I mean, it is a Marvel character, but it's not owned by Marvel.
They might own Ghost Rider too. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually wondered why the Lego Marvel characters are so detailed, because if you look, like, this is like a basic, like, okay, this is a Lego version of Batman and Robin. But when you see like Tony Stark's helmet and how it's so detailed, it looks like the movie version, and like everything is so detailed, like down to like Black Widow's face, and everything is so much more detailed on the Lego Marvel ones than like what you see here or Lego Batman 2. Then yeah, it just seemed
This was
unfair.
first.
I know it was, but I'm just like, why did they make Marvel so much detailed? It makes sense because they were like, Marvel fans are so picky, that's why. Because I was like, this isn't fair. Like, if Warner Brothers owns DC, why do they make Marvel look better than DC? That's kind of stupid. Because they could have made everything in DC look more detailed, too.
Well, one thing Traveler Tales likes to do, too, is they experiment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Lego Batman 3, I liked parts of it. I didn't like the free roaming aspect. I really like the free roaming.
Oh yeah, it didn't have as good as a free roam.
Lego Marvel, both Lego Marvel games had better free roaming because basically it's the same thing if you think about it.
Yeah, it was New York City.
Because they did the Lego Batman 3 thing where you would go to different areas to free roam, but their free roaming environments were better. Lego Batman 3 were on these planets that would move and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was not... I mean, but they enjoyed... like you said, they were experimenting with different things.
But they always experiment... They experiment more with Batman than they do Marvel.
Yeah, because it's like, we're just like, whatever, do what you want. It might as well. I mean, I like it. I like to be the experimenting crowd. It's fine. If Marvel fans want to be really picky, that's fine. We'll be cool.
I mean,
we're chill Batman fans.
After Lego Dimensions, I would really like to see the Lego versus Marvel thing because I think as much as Ed Boon would love to do, a DC fighting game, I think we're a long ways from that. Because Marvel they kind of have their rights back to their games right now because Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is happening. When Disney bought Marvel, Capcom lost the rights to do fighting games, and now they're doing a Marvel fighting game again, with Marvel characters. Okay. So that's actually a very good thing that Disney is kind of lessening its grip.
Yeah, it makes sense, like you said, Captain America and Batman together, because even though Batman is a grumpy person, he actually works with a lot of people. He helped, form the Justice League and everything. So it's like he would, and then Captain America is a person that works with a lot of people. He leads the Avengers, so it makes sense that they would work together.
All right, so if people are wondering what I'm doing here, basically we have to use the steam to hit Catwoman and then attack her. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of like a variation of the Batman Returns, rooftop fight a little bit. That might be what they're borrowing inspiration from, but not sure.
Totally.
It's a fun little fight, though. Although Catwoman really wouldn't have penguin minions. But whatever. It's a boss fight in a Lego game. What do you want?
Yep.
Oh, man, it won't let me pull this lever. But no, I think that based on how easy it is for them to... Because they've made 2 Lego Marvel games already. They made one based on the cinematic universe.
Yep.
And they've made one based on the comic book universe. And since they can always go to DC and be like, okay, we're going to make a new Lego Batman 4, or we're going to make a Lego Justice League, which essentially that's what Lego Batman 3 was, but you had to slap the name Batman on it to sell it.
Yeah, I know. Why is that? It's so weird.
So it probably wouldn't be DC versus Marvel. It would be Lego Batman versus Marvel.
I can't wait for the day where, there can be another DC movie that has a different name on it that, sells a lot. I guess the Suicide Squad sold a lot, or it didn't do as well as it could have. Yeah. But I think Harley sold that movie.
Well, Harley's going to get her own movie with the Birds of Prey now.
There you go. I can picture Harley is one of the most popular characters. I feel like it's so weird that she wasn't even originally a character at all. Now she's one of the most popular. She is one of the most, personality-wise character. She has the biggest personality.
That's because the animated series changed everything.
Yeah. And
Batman has defeated Catwoman just like that. Although it looks like a little flirtation's happening on the rooftops.
Yeah, Batman's smiling for once.
And Catwoman's looking back at something. Isis has the ruby.
Oh, nice job, Isis.
So Catwoman's fine going to Arkham. Batman and Robin unaware that the diamond is still missing.
I know. Good job, Isis. Selena Kyle. Oh, with the dark hair. That's interesting.
She's always had dark hair.
Oh, okay. I guess
The only reason she was a blonde and she was a character that appeared a lot in the animated series is because they were trying to add... The Penguin and Catwoman got more episodes in the first and second season of the animated series because of Batman Returns. Joker got more episodes later because he became so popular.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to appear as much. It was supposed to be more Penguin and Catwoman centered because those were the villains that Batman was fighting on the silver screen.
Wow.
And the things that they were trying to merchandise like crazy. That's also why Catwoman appeared as the first episode of the animated series.
Interesting.
Even though Leather Wings is the first one. Anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this episode. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Hope you guys have enjoyed another LEGO Batman DS, and we'll see you tomorrow. God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!